It's time for the Jeff Capel Show. The Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network is brought to you by UPMC Health Plan, official health plan of Pitt Athletics, CBU Life, providing life insurance, annuities, and community service since 1892, and by Pepsi. This is the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
And we are in the Valicek Club here at the Peterson Events Center, which is just above where we normally are. It's a great view of the court from up here. We thank everybody that's here in attendance. And, Jeff, we were joking last week about the weather, and maybe it wasn't going to be as bad. They were right.
They were right. It's bad. It is bad. It's still bad in the city. The streets in the city are bad.
Now, have you been able to – did you convince the team to come over and shovel?
Nah, they make too much money for that now. Back in the day, maybe you could get them to do it. You make them work. When I was the head coach at VCU and at Oklahoma, you could do that. That's a way, like you could have them come and do yard work, or at times, like when we moved, both places, when I was at VCU and at Oklahoma, at different points we moved houses. And I got the players to come help me with the move, come pack the stuff up, come move it out. And then you could pay them, like you could, because they were working. Like that was the rule.
Is that more stressful than coaching? Like, man, don't scratch that, don't drop that.
Yeah, we were moving these. I had when I was at VCU, right when I got the job, we had graduated 4 Russians. They were on our team, and they were the coolest dudes. And one of them was big. He was a really good player, but he was like 6'11", like 260. And, man, they were moving something and put a hole in the wall, like kind of like down the steps or something like that. So,
yikes. Did you see the snowboarding videos from campus?
I haven't, no.
I was wondering if you looked at that and then made sure it wasn't one of the guys that was doing it. But there was did you see Amari? Like some of there was some snowboarding, like from the OC lot down.
Reeves told me about it. I just hadn't seen it. Brian Regan told me about it. I haven't seen it.
I was curious about this, too, because I saw last year more so with the Twins. I would see them on scooters and, like, going in between traffic. Like, when you see a scooter outside the PGs, like, oh,
it's scary. It's scary. We've had we had a guy on our team have an accident this year. Like, he got hit by a car and threw him off. And we were somewhere. I can't remember where we were, but we had a recruit. And we came back to the P to get our cars because we had a shuttle take us down to wherever we were eating. And we came back, and in the loading dock, there's an ambulance. And we had just gotten a text about the player from our trainer. And so we all stood and waited outside the ambulance to make sure he was okay. He was out for a few days. But, yeah, it's scary, man, wow. Especially on these hills and the way people drive here in the city. Like it's scary.
There's a lot of that. Hey, congratulations on the win
Thank
on
you.
Tuesday.
Appreciate it.
I mean, the way the team battled and then to be able to finish against Wake Forest, I know you're very proud of your guys.
Yeah, really proud. I mean, I've been tried to be very honest and transparent. I mean, it's been hard. It's been difficult. And we have not gotten the results that certainly we want and fans want. People that care about the program want. And there's no one more cognizant of that than me and us, the guys that are doing this every day. The thing that I appreciate about this team is the fact that they continue to show up and they're working hard. I got a call last night from my college coach, from Coach K, who I talk to pretty frequently, mainly text, but we actually talked on the phone last night. And the very first thing he said was, man, your guys are still playing really hard. It must mean you have good kids because of what you're going through. If you didn't have good kids, then it can go the other way real quick. And so I'm appreciative of that and certainly grateful for the result last night. I think the manner in which we did it is appropriate for this team. We were down 12 in the first half, kept battling and battling. Got a lead in the second half, which we've done in just about every conference game except for one. We get to about the 8-minute mark, and we lose the lead. which has happened in those other games. And in the other games, when it happened, you can see the dejection in our players when I would call a timeout and bring them back. And in this one, it was different. And I think that's why we were able to battle back, down 4 with about 2 minutes to go. And all we talked about was getting stops, executing, getting stops, and doing that. And we did it. And we got a great look at the end of regulation. These guys executed what we drew up. Cam made a really, really big-time pass and play off of 2 feet. And we got a really good look, and we missed it. But we came down and we got a stop. Again, in the past, perhaps we would not have done that. I think of Boston College. We got a good look. We missed it. It was a layup. We missed it. They call timeout, and we don't defend it right, and they hit a 3. We get into overtime, and we're down again. But these guys kept fighting and kept battling, and then, we got the ball with a tie game, and Amari made a big-time play, and it's a shot that he practices all the time. And when he's with us, when he's doing his individual work, I saw him practicing it when he was in high school, so it's a shot that he's very comfortable with and we're very comfortable with, and he knocked it in. And then we were able to go down and get another stop. And so just really proud and pleased, like I said, that they continue to show up and they really like each other. This group of guys, man, they have done some amazing things off the court that certainly is, we're not publicizing, but they care. They care about people. Some amazing things, Jeff. Some things that no team that I've ever been a part of as a player or coach has done without any fanfare, without them wanting anyone to know. Heck, people at the hotel have told me. That's how I found out. Like, it wasn't like, just some of the things that these guys have done, man. It's been really cool what they did academically first semester. It's the highest GPA that we've had. And so I'm just, as a coach, I'm grateful for that.
So that goes back to you saying we got the right kids, or what Coach K was telling you.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, we haven't wavered from that in our feeling and our belief in that as a coaching staff. And I think our frustration as a coaching staff, and this is something Amari has heard a bunch, unfortunately, is I think at times like we don't understand it because we've seen what it looks like when it's right. The Georgia Tech game, how we defended, how we passed, how we did the Penn State game. And so, look, I know different opponents and different things like that, but the inconsistency in our effort, in our attention to detail, in our execution, that's what frustrates us sometimes as a coaching staff. But not their efforts. It's been one game since we've gotten to conference where the effort was just, and it wasn't even the effort. We got blitzed by Louisville. They made every shot. We couldn't make one. We allowed things that we can't control. That's where the immaturity of our group. That's what happened in that game. They punched us early. I called timeout. There was reaction that messed them up, the players. I kind of knew it in real time, but the next day one of the guys wanted to talk to me, and that's what it was about. They talked about it at halftime, which is not a good thing to be talking about that at halftime. But again, they responded from that too.
And I'll tell you that Louisville's coach in that game, came up to it for post game, and he sat down before any questions. He's like, "Some days you just hit everything," and that's what we did. He said, "I've been on the other end of this. It's just some days it just goes in for you."
They came into that game. They had not been shooting well, and they had lost 2 out of 3 and hadn't played as well. But they were terrific that night, and Pat told me that when we shook hands after the game. They were terrific, and we had some moments where we played well, but certainly when you're playing against a team like that's that talented, that's a top 25 team, but more importantly, that shot it like that night, that would have been a night that would have been difficult for anyone probably to beat them.
All right, when we come back, I want to talk about the play Roman made to kind of get you into overtime and how well Amari played in overtime and the team as we continue here. It's the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Mom, can you tell us a story about Ted?
There once was a Clearview expert named Ted who helped a family plan for their future ahead. A savings account started their journey to grow.
Financial advice is closer than you think. Clearview, clearly different.
At PNC Bank, they pride themselves on being boring. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly toiled away to serve up brilliant results for their equally brilliant clients. As a proud sponsor of Pitt Athletics, PNC digs your passion for winning. That's why they have dedicated teams throughout Pittsburgh, all ready to do the boring work to help set you up for success. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association.
At UPMC, we believe care goes beyond our walls and into our communities. That's why we support organizations and individuals who help people prosper by giving them skills and training for employment, including right here at UPMC. Because life-changing is providing people a chance to grow. Learn more at upmc.com/community impact. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
You don't need to study film or draw up elaborate plays to save on groceries. Just visit Giant Eagle and get freshness and savings in every basket. Choose from a top-seeded selection of fresh produce, meat, seafood, baked goods, and more to make every meal a fan favorite. Our friendly team members are happy to help you plan the perfect dish. Plus, with My Perks rewards, weekly deals, and can't miss value from our family of brands, you always have ways to save. Giant Eagle, because it matters. Thinking about selling your home? With RE/MAX Select Realty, you're not just getting an agent, you're getting a powerhouse team backed by the #1 name in real estate. Our proven marketing, expert negotiators, and cutting-edge technology mean your home sells faster and for top dollar. Trust the brand with global reach and local expertise. When it comes to selling your biggest investment, don't settle. Select the best. RE/MAX Select Realty, official real estate partner of Pitt Athletics. Hey Pitt fans, at LB Foster Company, we innovate to solve global infrastructure challenges. Our technology and product-based solutions support both efficient rail transportation and public infrastructure. We work hard every day to help keep our world moving. If you'd like to join our team or want to learn more about us, please check us out at lbfoster.com. Thanks, and hail to Pitt.
Hey, who's that girl helping you with your draft picks?
Oh, that's my Clearview expert, Jen. What do you always say, Jen?
Diversify your lineup, just like your investment portfolio.
Yes! She's a genius!
Financial advice is closer than you think. Clearview, clearly different.
Let's return to the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
We're back here at the Valicek Club here at the Peterson Event Center, and Barry Dunning drives the lane. You guys are down 2. And then Roman, who has 4 fouls, gets the steal. And Jason and I were joking about this. And the scene, from my perspective, was like if you're watching Star Wars and the Millennium Falcon is like trying to get out of an explosion, or you're watching the bad guys chasing somebody, and you're like, are they going to get him? Are they going to get him? And Roman's going up against 3 guys right on his back. And then he rises up and dunks it. I mean, that was a heck of a play. Considering the 4 fouls, what was at stake, that he was able to beat them dribbling down the floor and then finish.
You know, he did a great job anticipating, the pass. Our guys did a great job of taking away all the other options. And he made a great steal. And I kind of thought in that moment, like, they're not going to catch him. Like, they're not going to be able to catch him. That's like the rugby coming out. He sees that. My only thing was like, will they foul him? Like, will they just reach out and just try to grab him, or come and grab him as he's going up, like to hit him? But I knew they weren't going to be able to get in front of him, and it was a big time play, big time finish in that moment after playing all those minutes to be able to, to have the stamina, to make a play like that and to finish like that in that moment.
A cool stat from Jason: since January 21st. Roman has more offensive rebounds than 288 teams.
Wow.
which is
it's kind of impressive.
That's amazing. So you get into overtime. You're down one. Amari missed a free throw, but he had a good look at a three and miss. But he gets back on defense, stays after it, gets a block. You speak about his persistence when things haven't been going well offensively for him to do the things he needed to do.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big part, and he's been inconsistent like a lot of freshmen. You've heard me talk about this. I've coached some great freshmen in my career at different places, VCU, Oklahoma, Duke, and even here. It normally happens around the middle of January where they hit a wall, where they're just the practices, the games, the extra work, the lifting, the speed, all of that, they get tired. And then they're able to, push through it and figure it out and things like that. I think a little bit of that happened to Amari, but all of this stuff is new for our freshmen. And they've probably been asked to do maybe a little bit too much, maybe expectations, because of, how drastic of a change our team had in September. But they've handled it well. Like, I love the fact that they want to be really good. With Amari, whether he's played well, whether he's not played well, whether he's had a game where he didn't play in a half, which I'm probably sure that's never happened to him. The next day, he was here for his routine at 10 in the morning with Coach Brown, getting shots up, working on ball handling, doing things. He's watching tape with the coaches. He's, practicing and trying to get better. And as a coach, that's what you want, especially from your young guys. And so we trust him in those moments. He got the block, got the intentional foul, made the free throw, missed one, but he came back down. And I love the fact that he wasn't afraid. Like, I don't know when I was a freshman if I had a game-winning shot, like would I have taken it? I think I probably would have deferred. It was different. I had the best player in the country on my team when I was a freshman, so I probably definitely would have deferred. But I love the fact that he wasn't afraid. He got a great three at the end of regulation that he missed. A lot of times, players, but especially young players, if you miss, sometimes you may say, I'm not going to do that again. And not him. He wasn't afraid of the moment. And when you're in that, you can't be afraid of the result if it doesn't go your way. And the fact that he and all of them have continued to show up every day, for me, it speaks volumes. And, I don't think it's not lost on me that I think in that game, our last 4 points were by freshmen, the steal by Roman, and then Amari closing it out with his shot.
I thought it was cool after making the shot that the guy on the other end gave him the defensive rebound that pretty much sealed the game. It wasn't like, hey, I'm celebrating. I've done my he's back there.
It was a big
playing.
time rebound. It's probably the best rebound he's had. I've been on him about rebounding. He should be a better defensive rebounder with his size, and that's the best rebound. He went up with two hands. He actually probably was above the rim. I mess with him all the time. Like, I've been telling him since he's been here that he needs to do calf raises and jump rope, and that will help him be more athletic. But I don't think he's taking me up on that.
All right. Now it's coming up. It's going to be Omari's chance. He's been sitting here hearing all this. Now you get your chance to come up here and tell your side of the story. We're looking forward to talking to Omari next year on the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Do you desire a career in the electrical industry, have a strong work ethic, and take pride in your work? Well, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Number 5 has immediate opportunities for you. Earn industry-leading wages and benefits, including health care for your family, retirement packages, continuing education programs, pathways for advancement, and so much more. For information, call 412-432-1400 or visit us online at ibw5.org today.
As on the basketball court, financial planning requires a comprehensive playbook to win the wealth management game. JKS Financial understands that your needs are unique and will provide the game plan to win with your financial goals. Their financial advisors use a proven wealth optimization system with a focus on retirement distribution strategy and will coach you through your journey to financial stability and peace of mind for the future. Visit jks-financial.nm.com. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Northwestern Mutual Pittsburgh today. Visit pittsburgh.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Need a slam dunk snack for game day? Pitt Panther Paws are here to deliver, bringing hometown flavor with every bite. Buttery caramel, chopped pecans, a mini pretzel, and smooth milk chocolate come together for the perfect balance of sweet and salty, just like a buzzer-beating victory. From tip-off to final whistle, keep your crowd cheering with a snack made for champions. Available now at a Sarah's Candies retailer near you. Is your business looking for local and national health coverage? If you have more than 50 employees, UPMC Health Plan has something new for you. UPMC National Access. UPMC National Access gives employees access to the top-ranked doctors and hospitals of UPMC, along with nationwide access through the Cigna Healthcare PPO network. For the quality, affordable coverage that your company deserves, locally and nationally, choose UPMC Health Plan.
Post-Gazette sports reporters Noah Hiles and Chris Carter follow your Pitt Panthers like they're on man-to-man coverage. They're the best duo in the city for game summary, stats, and insider info for the Oakland Zoo and all fans. Catch the action on the North Shore Drive podcast and drop a line in their mailbag. And don't forget to follow coverage all season long in the Post-Gazette. Read about wins at the Pete and on the road from the preseason all the way to the ACC Championship.
Back to the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
And we are joined by freshman Amari Witherspoon. Hey, congratulations on the win Tuesday. Now, what did that win mean for the guys, for you guys?
I meant a lot. I mean, we were on a slump. I think we previously lost about four or five in a row. So it was three, okay. But it kind of felt like that, man. It was all close games. We was up at some point, and then we just let them take the league. So it felt good to finally get us a win. You know, we've been talking about just, going one game at a time. So hopefully this builds us momentum to Clemson, to the rest of the games we got going on for the rest of the year.
In most of those games, you had opportunities down the stretch. What was different in this game where you guys finished?
I just feel like we came together as a team. Like there would be times where, some adversity happens and we just fold. Like we wouldn't come together as a team and bounce back. So I feel like in this game, they went up a couple times, they made a couple plays, but we didn't get discouraged from that. Like we bought in as a team, we bought in together, and we went out there to make the next best play. We didn't keep our head on the last play that they made. We had a quick memory. We was able to go out there and execute on the play that we had in front of us. You guys also building trust with one another? Yes, as the season goes on, it's a good feeling to win games, and I feel like that just boosted the trust. I feel like we had a good practice today, and we're just going to keep stacking and the trust and just the community, and we're just going to gather, and we're going to keep on getting dubs.
Does it take a little time to kind of realize, all right, that game's over, we got the next game. We got to keep it at a level and keep it going?
Mm-hmm. I feel like so with that because, we were, like I said, we were on our little losing streak. So we celebrated a little bit extra, because we finally got one, but now we got to flip the page. We got a great opportunity against Clemson, top 25 team. I think I seen the stat the last time, but I don't think we beat Clemson in about
14.
4. Oh, man. I said 7.
He was trying to do.
Yeah, I said 7. So 14 years. So, this is a big game, and I want to be a part of the team who was able to break this streak. We had a chance to do it last game, and we just fell short. So this is the one to break that streak.
All right. Let's go into the overtime against Wake Forest. Both teams had opportunities to win it, but defensively, you guys were able to get that done. You go into overtime. What's that feeling like? Was it just a feeling like, hey, we got this? Can you give us an idea?
Yeah, it felt good. I had a good opportunity to hit a shot in the fourth quarter. Back rim was a good shot, but I ended up helping us get a stop. Cam helped us too. It was just great defense from everybody. So going into OT, it's like, okay, it's another chance for us to win this game, learn from the mistakes that we made, you know, in regulation, and let's go pull out this win. You know, we're really capable of it. They had a couple guys that were sidelined, and they had one of their star player. I think he had about like 4 fouls at the moment, so you know we could have attacked him. He actually got 5, so at that point it was like, okay, they're down a couple guys. Let's execute. Let's execute.
Let's speed ahead to that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Can you take us through, like, you guys had called a timeout.
Right.
Was that something you thought was going to be available to you? How did that kind of...
Nah, actually, we ran the play for Biba, play that we run a lot, play that we go over, and the defender guarding Biba, he did a real good job of defending him, and, you know, I just felt that space. He drove to the right side, and when I caught it, I mean, I feel like I already knew what I had to do. It's a move that I work on so much. Like Coach said, I've shot that shot in practice so many times, worked on it since high school so many times, so I really felt comfortable with that shot. And I just went out there, trusted my work. You know, I didn't think too much of the last shot I missed or maybe the free throw I missed. I just try to keep that next play mentality and go out there, you know, and trust the work that I put in with that shot.
We're joined by Amari Witherspoon here on the Jeff Capel Show. This is probably a tough question, but in that moment, is it almost like, man, this is like practice? Like,
yeah, it felt like just repetition. As soon as I hit my little sidestep and I exploded up in the air, I was just like, I felt like it was good as soon as I released my hands, and, you know, it happened to be all net. You know, actually with my trainer, when I do work on that shot, we go for all net makes. So it was just crazy that it was the same type of shot, all net, and, you know, it felt good as soon as I released it.
As good as that was to get that rebound, to have that block, like, are those things as satisfying, maybe even more so than what you do offensively?
Right. I mean, yeah, it's more, you got to do more in this game than scoring. Like, you got to get dirty, get loose balls, get rebounds. Like, you're not just going to win being pretty and just scoring. Like, you got to do the extra stuff, the tough stuff. I mean, there's a thing saying that we talked about in the locker room. You can't run away from being tough. Like, you got to run towards it, especially in the spot that we're in right now. If we're going to run away from those things, I mean, it's going to be the same result for the rest of the year. So, you know, like Coach said, he needed me to get a couple more rebounds, you know, stuff like that. So just got to run towards it. And when you finally get it, it feels good. It feels good because, you know, that's something we needed as a team. And I went out there and I executed for the team. So most definitely feels great.
Coach mentioned your work with Milan. What is it like to work with him and a guy that has that type of experience to be able to lean on?
No, yeah, it's great, man. I mean, he's hitting me up at times just every morning, getting in some good work. You know, I just felt like it just made me a better player, like just the reps, the consistent reps each and every day. You know, just helps me work out my game. He's there for me. We're watching film together. I feel like I learned a lot from him, man. I'm glad that he's on the staff, and I'm going to continue to get whatever I could get out of him, man.
When we continue, let's talk about some of your fellow freshmen.
Right.
As we continue with Amari Witherspoon here on the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
A bicentennial isn't measured in years alone, but in progress. And KeyBank has been there to celebrate yours, building homes, businesses, and communities together, bringing new opportunities to generation after generation. For 200 years, KeyBank's been meeting you in the moments that matter most. Here's to 2 centuries of service and counting. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Post-Gazette sports reporters Noah Hiles and Chris Carter follow your Pitt Panthers like they're on man-to-man coverage. They're the best duo in the city for game summary, stats, and insider info for the Oakland Zoo and all fans. Catch the action on the North Shore Drive podcast and drop a line in their mailbag. And don't forget to follow coverage all season long in the Post-Gazette. Read about wins at the Pitt and on the road from the preseason all the way to the ACC Championship.
GBU Life helps you make 2026 your year. Whether it's boosting your well-being with the Optimity Wellness app, pursuing education through scholarships and grants, tackling important tasks like your will with LawShore, or giving back to your community through matching programs. Discover how GBU Life can help you, or if you're already a member, unlock these benefits at gbu.org/new year. GBU Life is the marketing name for GBU Financial Life, Pittsburgh, PA. Third-party services mentioned in this ad are available at no additional cost for eligible members. GBU Life is not affiliated with these third parties.
Is your business looking for local and national health coverage? If you have more than 50 employees, UPMC Health Plan has something new for you. UPMC National Access. UPMC National Access gives employees access to the top-ranked doctors and hospitals of UPMC, along with nationwide access through the Cigna Healthcare PPO network. For the quality, affordable coverage that your company deserves, locally and nationally, choose UPMC Health Plan. Need a slam dunk snack for game day? Pitt Panther Paws are here to deliver, bringing hometown flavor with every bite. Buttery caramel, chopped pecans, a mini pretzel, and smooth milk chocolate come together for the perfect balance of sweet and salty, just like a buzzer-beating victory. From tip-off to final whistle, keep your crowd cheering with a snack made for champions. Available now at a Sarah's Candies retailer near you.
Do you desire a career in the electrical industry, have a strong work ethic, and take pride in your work? Well, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Number 5 has immediate opportunities for you. Earn industry-leading wages and benefits, including health care for your family, retirement packages, continuing education programs, pathways for advancement, and so much more. For information, call 412-432-1400 or visit us online at ibw5.org. Today.
Let's return to the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
We're at the Balasek Club here at the Peterson Events Center. The Panthers at Clemson at noon on Saturday right here on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network. We're joined by freshman Amari Witherspoon. What is that bond like with the other freshmen?
It's a great bond. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I mean, those are my brothers. You know, we've been together since early July, and or at least with Mac and Henry and Karen, they all been here. And then when Roman joined us, it just we kind of got like a freshman 5 together. We got a group chat, just freshman 5. So it's just good having a lot of freshmen just to go through the same experiences you go through. Seeing them in the classes, seeing us all kind of struggle with the work that we have to do, and we just get together. We get through everything together, and it's great that I have 4 other freshmen that I could just be here with and, call my brothers. As
you're thinking about your decision, do you guys talk before that point?
Actually, I was the first one I was the first one to commit here, so I really didn't know anybody. Matt committed about a little bit later, but we didn't really talk much before we got here. I mean, I followed him on Instagram, something like that, but, I mean, the spark was there as soon as I seen him in person. We actually went out to dinner, both of our families. We sat together, sat down, and then, from there, that bond was created.
So it's a freshman class with a pair of Australians, a Canadian,
right,
a Michigander, I think that's the proper way to say it, and yourself. What's the best story you've heard about Australia over the last few months?
Best story I heard about Australia. I mean, everything is different over there. Like, sometimes we try to talk to them about normal things that we would say in America, and they're just like, what? Like, what are you talking about? I think one of them, I'm trying to remember what they call it. We were talking about, like, food, different foods that you, the things that you call them in Australia and what you call them in American. I'm trying to think of the thing Roman said. It was something like with tater tots. Like, we call them here, we call them tater tots. And I think he said it was like, man, it's not coming to me right now. It was just something. Look, it was something out the ordinary. Like me, Mac, even Karen a little bit. He's Canadian, but he still, speak English and all of that.
I think Burger King over there is like Hungry Jack's.
Yeah,
it's something
like their vocabulary is really different. So at times it's hard to even understand what they're talking about. If it's just Henry and Roman, sometimes I'm just like, bro, what are y'all talking about? Like, I was in a room one time, just Henry and Roman. They're just going back on how, school days, how school was in Australia. And they're talking about, the lunch shack and the this and the that. I'm just like, yeah, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. But no, it's all good. You get to learn more about another place, man. I'm hoping I could go down to Australia and they could show me more about it.
The bad thing is their summer is now.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So if
the time you're going to get to go is probably winter.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it
still, I
get
don't
as
think-
cold as it down here. Most
It's
definitely
not minus
doesn't.
12.
Yeah,
in Australia.
It's not that.
I want to ask you about each one of them a little bit. How much we hear about Roman, like in practice, is very much like we see in a game.
Right.
How much have you seen him kind of grow, and is he a leader of your team?
Yes, he is. I've just seen him grow just consistently day by day. First he was a little bit quiet when he first got here, and it literally took a little more than a week or a week and a half, and we saw the full Roman. Like, he was loud, vibrant. And then recently, like, just going into these games, we went through this little losing streak, and just hearing his voice in the locker room at halftime in practice, he's just been that voice for us. And, it's rare for a freshman to, sit down and address everybody and say what we're doing wrong and things that we got to fix. But Roman was that guy who stepped up, and now he kind of has this voice on the team where, yeah, even though he's a freshman, like, yeah, we're listening to him. Like, he most definitely got us motivated coming out of halftimes during games for us to, go out there and attack them. So now Roman has most definitely stepped up. Yeah.
The one player we haven't gotten to see is from Sydney, Henry Lau. What is tell us what Henry's like?
Man, Henry works his tail off, man. Like, I thought I had a really good work ethic, but Henry, man, he's there after every practice. He's getting workouts with one of our assistant coach, JB. I caught him a couple times after the games. Like, he's just in the gym. He's constantly in the gym. We have game days. He lifts on our game days, and he works out after our practice. So he's constantly in the gym. I know he's redshirting this year, but the work is showing. And when he gets in practices, he's out there. Shots that he wasn't really hitting in the start of the year, he's starting to hit those. Like today, he hit a corner three, then he drove to the lane, hit a floater. So his work is most definitely showing, and I'm just proud of him for all the work, all the hard work he's put in, and it's showing. So it's nothing but good coming for Henry.
It's got to be interesting for Kieran. You kind of come in and you think, all right, there are all these big guys here, and now all of a sudden he's playing. How have you seen him progress through?
Kieran has progressed too as well. I mean, Kieran, hard-headed. He could be a little bit hard-headed at times, but he perseveres through it all, and he's a great athletic big. Run to the rim. He's real, like he's about 7'1", 7'2". So man, anything at the rim, he's there, and he's just got to be a little bit more sound, like we all do. We're all not perfect, but when Kieran he's going to keep on developing. We're going to need him this year.
Macari's not afraid to shoot.
No, he's not. And I took, like, in my head, when I passed to him in the corner, I was like, you better shoot this, man. You better shoot this. Good look, man. We talk about scenarios like that all the time because we're roommates. So, we're always picking each other's heads. So, we was talking about in the moment, I get him an assist in the game, or he hits me in the game, shoot a three. We didn't hit our little celebration, probably because it was a close game at that point, so we couldn't really celebrate how we talked about we was going to. But, man, I have a great bond with Macari.
But it's cool. Like, you can see it in your face how much the stuff,
yeah,
how those guys mean to you.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Hey, when we come back, you went to the same high school as a former Pitt guard.
Right.
And we're going to ask you a few questions about your hometown to see if you know the answers.
Okay.
Amari Witherspoon is with us on the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. Life moves fast, but planning ahead doesn't have to be complicated.
Exactly, Bill. That's why NSS Life offers affordable life insurance and reliable annuities you can count on.
It's the peace of mind you've been looking for.
Because you're not just planning for tomorrow, you're building a future that lasts a lifetime.
NSS Life. Secure today, confident tomorrow.
NSS Life, where family matters.
You don't need to study film or draw up elaborate plays to save on groceries. Just visit Giant Eagle and get freshness and savings in every basket. Choose from a top-seeded selection of fresh produce, meat, seafood, baked goods, and more to make every meal a fan favorite. Our friendly team members are happy to help you plan the perfect dish. Plus, with My Perks rewards, weekly deals, and can't miss value from our family of brands, you always have ways to save. Giant Eagle, because it matters.
We believe healthcare should treat the whole person and the whole community. At UPMC, we aim to do just that by partnering with organizations that help bring fresh and healthy food to the people who need it most. Because life-changing is caring for you before you ever walk in our doors. Learn more at upmc.com/community impact. UPMC. Life-changing medicine.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like, pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood, in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
GBU Life helps you make 2026 your year. Whether it's boosting your well-being with the Optimity Wellness app, pursuing education through scholarships and grants, tackling important tasks like your will with Lawshore, or giving back to your community through matching programs. Discover how GBU Life can help you, or if you're already a member, unlock these benefits at gbu.org/new year. GBU Life is the marketing name for GBU Financial Life, Pittsburgh, PA. Third-party services mentioned in this ad are available at no additional cost for eligible members. GBU Life is not affiliated with these third parties.
Hey, Pitt fans, at LB Foster Company, we innovate to solve global infrastructure challenges. Our technology and product-based solutions support both efficient rail transportation and public infrastructure. We work hard every day to help keep our world moving. If you'd like to join our team or want to learn more about us, please check us out at lbfoster.com. Thanks, and hail to Pitt.
Let's return to the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
And we are with freshman Amari Witherspoon from Bowie, Maryland. So let's find out if you know a couple of facts about your hometown.
Let's see.
Can you name the current Pittsburgh Steeler from your hometown?
The current Pittsburgh Steeler from my hometown. Can you give me the position?
Offensive line.
Offensive line.
Do you ever watch Steeler games?
Yeah, I watch it.
You see the dude that comes in and says, "I'm eligible"?
Nah, I don't think
Spencer Anderson.
Okay, yeah.
He's from your hometown.
Oh, yeah. What part? You know what part?
I don't know what part.
Oh, okay.
I just know he's from your hometown.
From Maryland.
All right, so there are
Okay.
2 TV hosts who have been from Bowie. This is a tough one because I don't know if you, but there are 2 famous national TV hosts from Bowie. Can you name either one of them?
Scott Van Pelt. What's Scott Van?
Yeah. All right. All right.
That's
We'll take
that's
that.
the name, right?
Yeah. Scott
Okay.
Van Pelt.
Scott Van Pelt and another one. Nah, I think that might be
So
the.
there's Kathy Lee Gifford. You ever heard of that? That's a little before your time.
Yeah, I don't think I heard of that.
And then there's someone from CNN named Abby Phillip. So she's from Bowie as well.
Okay.
Who's the Heisman Trophy winner who spent at least part of his life in Bowie?
Wow, I feel like I should know this one. This is my hometown. This is my hometown. I didn't even know we had a Heisman Trophy winner. This is in football or basketball? Football. Recently?
Yep. Very recently.
Oh, Caleb Williams.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
All right.
There you go, Caleb Williams.
All right, this one's a little easier. Who's the former Pitt player from St. John's Prep?
Ishmael Leggett. Yeah, that's really easy.
How do you know? Do you guys have a relationship?
Yeah, I mean, I knew of him. Like, we didn't really know each other, but, you know, I was looking up to him because, you know, he was in the WCC when I was a youngin', and, you know, I was always looking up, watching his games and other people's games. So for him to come here and then for me to come here, it's just like, wow, finally got to meet him, and, you know, he showed me love from the start. Like, he gave me one of his little care packages with a bunch of gear in them. So as soon as I got on campus, like, I had all the gear. I came in with a sweatshirt, and previous guys from the team last year, like Pop's like, dang, where you get that from? Where you get that from? I was like, oh no, that's my guy. That's St. John's connection. That's St. John's connection.
All right, is the Maryland flag, is it cool and unique or just a cluster?
Nah, it's cool and unique for sure. I feel like we have a top flag in the United States.
Really?
Really, I'd say top one. Honestly, I don't think there's a.
I mean, I love that there's black
better.
and gold on that flag.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which has got to drive at least some of the fans crazy. So are you Ravens or Commanders?
Commanders, but, you know, I will root for the Ravens. You know, now since I'm here, it's just like, When I was watching that Steelers-Ravens game, I was just like, I don't think I'm a root for the Steelers, man. I'm in Pittsburgh.
Good answer.
I'm a root for the Steelers. That's who I rooted for, and they won the game. So
Orioles or Nationals?
Nationals.
Wizards or somebody else?
Wizards. Hopefully we can turn it around, man. But Wizards, yeah.
You're
I'm staying loyal.
You're playing in the NBA. Who are your other 4 teammates that you would want?
Okay, so gotta have LeBron, right? Got LeBron at 3. Gotta play with KD. You know, he's from PG County, Maryland. So me, LeBron, KD, Jokic. I'm gonna get Jokic at the center. Cause this is current players or
yes.
Current. Okay. All right. So Jokic and then Giannis. I think we go 82-0 for real. Like, I don't think there's a team that's beating us right there. That is a excellent team right there. I don't think there's a team that could compete with us.
Would you rather drive the lane against Chet Holmgren, step in a batter's box against Paul Skeens, try to stop an Ovechkin slap shot, go back to pass with TJ Watt coming at you, or be a rugby player with Roman running at you?
Yeah, I'm going to have to take Chet Holmgren. I mean, that's my sport. Actually, me and Roman were playing in the snow, and I kind of snuck him. I pushed him in the back, and he fell in the snow. So he came. He started to run at me, and I'm just like, I'm running. I'm like, why am I not getting away from him? And he just had that look in his eye. He had that rugby look. And he came. He tackled me in the snow. I was like, oh, yeah, that's that rugby in him. So I'm most definitely not choosing that last answer. But now, yeah, I'm going to have to stick to my sport and try to get a finish on Chet.
Last one for you. Why is Pitt the place for you?
I mean, I just felt real genuine here. Like, I really felt the trust in my coaches, Coach Cape, Coach Brown. They didn't tell me anything that I just wanted to hear. You know, they told me the real. I remember when I went in his office, he was like, you know, I'm not promising you anything. You know, the only thing I could promise, I'm going to coach you 110% each and every day. And I feel like that stuck out with me. With the other schools I went on my visits, they were trying to tell me, you know, I'm going to give you this amount of minutes. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do this for you. And I just feel like that wasn't realistic. Like, you know, in this day and age, it's production. Like, you have to produce. And if you're not going to produce, you're not going to be there on the floor, because this is a business at this point. And, you know, there's people that's going to come in if you're not doing what you're doing. So for them just to say that, I feel like it wasn't realistic. And when Coach told me, you know, he said, I'm not going to promise you anything. I knew this was real. I knew it was genuine. And that's why I really made my choice.
Amari, it's been great to get to know you a little bit. It's been awesome. And don't push Roman anymore. We want to see you finish the season.
Yeah, I'm not going to push Roman no more. Not no more.
Jeff is going to rejoin us next as we continue here on the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Northwestern Mutual Pittsburgh today. Visit pittsburgh.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. As on the basketball court, financial planning requires a comprehensive playbook to win the wealth management game. JKS Financial understands that your needs are unique and will provide the game plan to win with your financial goals. Their financial advisors use a proven wealth optimization system with a focus on retirement distribution strategy, and will coach you through your journey to financial stability and peace of mind for the future. Visit jks-financial.nm.com.
Hey Pitt fans, at LB Foster Company, we innovate to solve global infrastructure challenges. Our technology and product-based solutions support both efficient rail transportation and public infrastructure. We work hard every day to help keep our world moving. If you'd like to join our team or want to learn more about us, please check us out at lbfoster.com. Thanks, and hail to Pitt. At PNC Bank, they pride themselves on being boring. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly toiled away to serve up brilliant results for their equally brilliant clients. As a proud sponsor of Pitt Athletics, PNC digs your passion for winning. That's why they have dedicated teams throughout Pittsburgh, all ready to do the boring work to help set you up for success. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. Life moves fast, but planning ahead doesn't have to be complicated.
Exactly, Bill. That's why NSS Life offers affordable life insurance and reliable annuities you can count on.
It's the peace of mind you've been looking for.
Because you're not just planning for tomorrow, you're building a future that lasts a lifetime.
NSS Life. Secure today, confident tomorrow.
NSS Life, where family matters.
Post-Gazette sports reporters Noah Hiles and Chris Carter follow your Pitt Panthers like they're on man-to-man coverage. They're the best duo in the city for game summary, stats, and insider info for the Oakland Zoo and all fans. Catch the action on the North Shore Drive podcast and drop a line in their mailbag. And don't forget to follow coverage all season long in the Post-Gazette. Read about wins at the Pitt and on the road from the preseason all the way to the ACC Championship.
Back to the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
Did you tell Amari not to?
Well, I didn't know that. that's news. We don't need to be pushing Roman. We can't afford to get anybody else.
I love how he said he was running
up.
and he kept closing on me.
Yeah, it's I was funny. I was asking Roman today, do you like the snow? And he was like, nah. He was like, it was really cool for a couple of days, but now it sucks. So this is his first time experiencing snow.
A couple of your former players, Bub has 6 straight games in double figures. He's still not 21.
Yeah.
Justin had a double-double against the Hornets the other day. He's only 24.
Yeah.
Like it's how much do you get to follow? I know you're very busy, but kind of see what those guys
well, I'm always staying in touch with those guys and following them. I wish they hadn't played an NBA game. Maybe we could get them back. But no, they're doing really well. Zach Austin is actually doing really, really well. He's dealing with an injury right now, but had been playing really well for OKC's G League team. And then I think Blake Henson may still be leading the G League in scoring. He's having an outstanding season, as is Mo Gee. And so really, really happy for all of those guys. And, with Bob and Justin doing their thing with the Wizards is really cool.
Cleveland got their eventual happiness after the game with a 30-point win.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool to see the video tribute to LeBron and to see LeBron's reaction and say, wow, we can be civilized here.
Yeah.
You can appreciate him even though you might not be happy that he left.
Yeah, and he should be appreciated, for what he did for that organization. Going back, winning a championship, something that I'm sure he dreamt about when he was a child, growing up there. And just for what he means to the game of basketball, to know that he wore your uniform at one point, he represents your state, he loves your state, and it was really cool to see that tribute.
All right, coming up, first time, I think, this year you've seen an opponent for the second time.
Yeah.
So you guys go down to Clemson. We'll talk about that game here and what you guys need to do down there as we continue on the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Mom, can you tell us a story about Ted?
There once was a Clearview expert named Ted who helped a family plan for their future ahead. A savings account started their journey to grow.
Financial advice is closer than you think. Clearview, clearly different.
Thinking about selling your home? With RE/MAX Select Realty, you're not just getting an agent, you're getting a powerhouse team backed by the #1 name in real estate. Our proven marketing, expert negotiators, and cutting-edge technology mean your home sells faster and for top dollar. Trust the brand with global reach and local expertise. When it comes to selling your biggest investment, don't settle. Select the best. RE/MAX Select Realty, official real estate partner of Pitt Athletics.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Northwestern Mutual Pittsburgh today. Visit pittsburgh.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Need a slam dunk snack for game day? Pitt Panther Paws are here to deliver, bringing hometown flavor with every bite. Buttery caramel, chopped pecans, a mini pretzel, and smooth milk chocolate come together for the perfect balance of sweet and salty, just like a buzzer-beating victory. From tip-off to final whistle, keep your crowd cheering with a snack made for champions. Available now at a Sarah's Candies retailer near you. You don't need to study film or draw up elaborate plays to save on groceries. Just visit Giant Eagle and get freshness and savings in every basket. Choose from a top-seeded selection of fresh produce, meat, seafood, baked goods, and more to make every meal a fan favorite. Our friendly team members are happy to help you plan the perfect dish. Plus, with My Perks rewards, weekly deals, and can't-miss value from our family of brands, you always have ways to save. Giant Eagle, because it matters. Is your business looking for local and national health coverage? If you have more than 50 employees, UPMC Health Plan has something new for you. UPMC National Access. UPMC National Access gives employees access to the top-ranked doctors and hospitals of UPMC, along with nationwide access through the Cigna Healthcare PPO network. For the quality, affordable coverage that your company deserves, locally and nationally, choose UPMC Health Plan.
Hey, who's that girl helping you with your draft picks?
Oh, that's my Clearview expert, Jen. What do you always say, Jen?
Diversify your lineup, just like your investment portfolio.
Yes! She's a genius!
Financial advice is closer than you think. Clearview, clearly different.
Let's return to the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
Earlier game with Clemson, back and forth to the end. There were 7 ties and 14 lead changes in that game. And then kind of like we were talking about with Wake, like you found a way in that game. Clemson found a way to finish.
Yeah, you know, we were up at half. I went back and watched it yesterday and started my preparation for them. Clemson's on a bye this week, so they didn't play. It's kind of the formula of where we've been in most of these games with the exception of Louisville. We are at the under 8-minute timeout, we're up. And we actually, it was before the under 8, we took a lead and forced them to call timeout. They got it across half court, call timeout, come out, run a side out of bounds play. We fall asleep, they hit a 3. We come down, execute a play, miss a shot. They come down, we fall asleep on the help side, don't know where our guy is. They skip it across, hit a 3. So we go from being up to now all of a sudden we're down. I call timeout, and I saw that look of like, here we go again. And we battled back. You know, we missed some big free throws. We missed a lot of stuff around the basket. We have to understand Clemson's very, very physical. But it was a game that we felt like we had a chance to win, but we didn't do enough to finish.
I remember, like, one of the things that stuck out just from a stats standpoint was like a guy like Ephraim Johnson, who hadn't done much, but you know, had one of those days.
And it started. We in the first half, we knew the stats. He had not really made shots, and he gets a wide open 3 in front of our bench, and he sees the first one go in. And with a guy that has the reputation of being a shooter, you see it go in once. Now all of a sudden the basket gets bigger.
What do you think you guys have learned with DeMarco having limited time in various games? Do you feel like they're getting more comfortable handling the ball, taking care of some of those situations?
Yeah, I think so. You know, when he's not in at the point, you know, for me as a coach, I have to be very cognizant of what the guys know when we call actions offensively. Like, what does Amari know if he's the ball handler? What does Mac know if he's the ball handler? What does Biba know? And so we are all on the same page, whereas DeMarco, being an older guy, an experienced guy, you can put a little bit more on his plate. Also, defensively, what that does to us, because Polo's probably our best on-the-ball guy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Sorry, I mistimed this. We got to go.
Oh.
All right. Panthers, Tigers, 11:30 with Bill Hillgrove and Curtis Aiken right here on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network Saturday.